Hello again, everyone. This is Mary Kay Daniel. I am still really excited to talk to you about the products I've got in my Mary Kay line. And today we're talking about foundation, which is actually going to round out and finish out our miracle set this week. So, foundation is actually another step that is kind of misunderstood and it's also really important. But one of the biggest problems with foundation is women say they have a hard time finding the right shade. How many out you are agreeing with me? It's hard to find the right shade and find one that works for you. So I've got actually 7 different types of foundation. So I should be able to get everybody who wants foundation. I should be able to find the right foundation for you, the right shade, the one that feels the way you want it to feel, that gives you the benefits that you're looking for. So we've got quite a bit to get through today because I want to make sure that everyone understands all of the products so you can make the right foundation decision. And I can help you with the foundation type through the video, but you're going to actually have to meet with a Mary Kay consultant or meet with me if you're my customer to actually get the right shade. Now, most consultants, at least the new ones, should have a tool that they can hold up to your cheek that's going to help them get pretty much the right foundation shade for you. And if they don't, if they're an older consultant like me, I've been in for 3.5 years, I bought one. It costs $5 for me, so if your consultant doesn't have one, tell her to spend the $5 because it's really going to help her be able to get you in the right foundation and it's going to make things so much easier. So what I want to do is I'm going to start out and talk with the foundations, and I'm going to go from least amount of coverage, or generally the least amount of coverage, to the most coverage, the ones that are going to cover the most. So I'm going to go through that, and I'm going to talk about the prices, and I'm going to talk about who they're for and what the benefits are. So like I said, this one might take a little bit of time, but that's okay. Hopefully I can get through it as fast as possible. I'm going to start out by talking about the Mary Kay Mineral Pressed Powder. It comes in a little plastic like this. Got a little square. And this square is actually going to fit in any of the compacts that Mary Kay's got. It's going to take up the whole square. So if you've only got one square in there, it's going to take up the whole thing. The Compact Pro has got 3 squares in it, but the rest of my compacts only have one. So it's going to take up the whole thing. The back side of it is a magnet. The cases that they come in when we sell them are recyclable. And the back side, like I said, this is a little metal case that it comes in and it's magnetized to your compact. So this part is recyclable as well. So some of us that are trying to go green, that's a great thing. And just so you know, I might be clicking on some of my product guides here because I didn't want to print them all off because I'm trying to be green myself. Okay, so what is the benefit of this pressed powder? This one is going to pretty much be the least amount of coverage. It's going to, according to the book, it's a lightweight, translucent powder that imparts an invisible layer of up to 8 hours of oil absorbing coverage. So this one is going to absorb oil because it's got that powder in there. It's pressed to fit in this little case and it's going to make you look pretty much natural and it's not really going to change your skin tone a whole lot. When I actually used to wear foundation, and yes, I used to wear foundation for a couple of reasons, because of the benefits of the foundation, and this product here, the reason why we're doing it is because if we're doing the miracle set, we've already done the cleanser, we've already done the day solution in the morning, we've already done our moisturizer. So now we want to kind of put this invisible barrier, or this actual barrier, between our skin and the elements. So that's what foundation does, which is why I wore it for a short amount of time. I'm married now. My wife kind of gives me that crooked eye when she sees me putting foundation on, so I don't do it as much anymore. But another reason why I did it, because if I can put foundation on and you can't tell I'm wearing it, I can get the right foundation for you and no one can tell that you're wearing it. So anyway, we got the pressed powder. Like I said, this is just going to be very natural. It's going to be very lightweight. It's not going to cover a whole lot, but it's definitely going to give us the benefits that we're looking for, and it's going to help protect the skin. I have 6 different shades in the pressed powder. So like I said, you will need to meet with a consultant to make sure you've got the right shade. But I've got 6 different shades. That's my most restrictive, the 6 shades. But it does work. Some of my African American customers are kind of hard to fit into the 6 shaded ones. So for those ladies, I might have to work a little bit more. They might need to use a combination of 2 types of foundation to get the right kind. So that's what the pressed powder is. The next one I'm going to go to is the tinted moisturizer with an SPF of 20. Now, the ones we got now are in these pink tubes. You might have a consultant who's still selling you some of these that are in the white tube. There's nothing wrong with the white tube or the pink tube. The difference is that Mary Kay has updated the packaging, so they're now in the pink tubes with the black lettering rather than the white and the pink. Just, I want to point out to you, since this does has an an SPF of 20 in it, it will have an expiration date, and the expiration date on this product is right up in this crimp here. So you want to make sure that yours isn't out of date. And some of these white ones are still within date, and they're going to try to sell these first because they're going to go out first. So what are the benefits of the tinted moisturizer? Now, this one also has that SPF of 20. So if you are skipping the day solution, this is actually a really great product that's going to give you some of that SPF benefit. It's only an SPF of 20. The day solution has got an SPF of 25. This one is going to be sheer. This is going to help absorb the UVA and the UVA and the UVB rays. This one you're going to want to use if you want more of a casual look. If this one, a lot of my Mary Kay consultants, we really market this as your summer foundation because this is going to be lightweight, it's going to be sheer, it's going to protect you from the sun. It's not going to be a whole lot of heavy stuff. This one is going to be great for just the casual, I'm going out, having a good time. This is a liquid, and like I said, it's just going to be very sheer. Now, some of my men who have some slight skin discolorations and are trying to even out just a little bit, this one actually might not be a bad idea for men to consider. And I realize really pushing this idea of foundation on men is probably, a moot point. It's probably really not going to work. But, I do know some men that do wear foundation. I do know some of those. But this one is going to be not as noticeable. It's going to be noticeable if you're not exactly the right shade. So might want to be careful about that. But it's definitely something that's worth trying. This one actually, I forgot to tell you the price on the first one. The pressed powder was $16. And the tinted moisturizer retails for $18. And I think the reason why it's a little bit higher on there is because of the SPF. It kind of raises the price just a little bit. The next product I've got for you is the Mary Kay Mineral Powder. Now, some people have told me, oh, Mary Kay has a mineral powder? Yes, we do. We've got a mineral powder, and it's great. It's very lightweight. It comes in 12 different shades, so it's actually got a lot more options than some of my other foundations do. And this one is going to be a little bit more coverage than the pressed powder. It's got a little bit more oomph to it to get a little bit more coverage. And this one is going to it's very lightweight and it's going to be buildable. All of my foundations technically are buildable. You can put more than one layer on of them if you want to get a little bit more coverage. But that's great, and a lot of people are really into the minerals now. The minerals are all the rage, so it is a really great product. Now, if you were talking to someone that says, they're using 100% natural mineral powder, that's probably a little bit of a stretch. There's no real way to not process this at all so that it's absolutely 100% totally natural. So it can be pretty natural, but if someone's out there selling you that they've got 100% natural, you might want to question that one just a little bit because it might not be quite as natural as they're claiming.